All right, and I think we are live. I do not know what the audio was like on this. I do apologize. It is Monday night. We are actually an hour early because tonight we're doing something special. So, if you are watching this after the drop of Helldivers 2 on Xbox, welcome to the channel. In a very weird change of events. The baby is still awake, the wife is still awake, and the dog is still awake. You'll probably hear him scratching and crying in a little bit because he's in his cage. But yeah, I am WorkDad, and we are streaming. Well, tonight we're doing something special. We're doing a Helldivers 2 tutorial. So if you are new to the Helldivers universe, once again, welcome. Thank you for joining the fight for liberty against Super Earth's tumultuous enemies. Not even going to pretend like I am one of those super juiced up hell divers. No, I'm work dad. I work for a living outside of YouTube, and I just happen to be able to play the game at night when my wife allows me. So, for all of the work dads out there, welcome to the channel. I feel your pain, and well, I don't know if I feel your pleasure. That just sounds kind of weird, but I'm right there with you. I crack a beer open for you if you're here with me. Either way, tonight is a special night. Like I said, we're welcoming all of the new divers and new Xbox divers. Move this coffee cup out the way before I knock that over. So, we're going to start off with, like I said, tutorial. We're going to do a couple of things different. If you were hoping to see gameplay, hopefully I, remember to post this later and put time codes on it. There will be gameplay later. Not, you won't have to wait much longer for it or wait a long time for it. But I want to give you guys the basics of being able to survive the Helldiver universe and not, get out here and make a complete idiot of yourself. Even though that's kind of what the game is for. It's here to have fun. Please, whatever I say, do or whatever I tell you to do, take it with a grain of salt, cause Helldivers is a game. It's meant to have. You're meant to have fun. However you choose to play it is how you choose to play it. And I know more seasoned players than myself will probably tell you everything that I'm telling you is wrong because they have their own way of playing it. But that's just how the game works. There is no technically correct way to play it, but there are some game mechanics that you do need to know if you want to play the game seriously and want to, make the galactic war actually, or feel like you're actually having some kind of impact on the galactic war. So without further ado, we're going to jump into this baby right here. If my stream will actually pull it up. There it is. Sorry, I'm waiting for the playback. Slight delay. This is not Helldivers 2, the game. This is the Helldivers Companion app or the Helldivers Companion website. Go to Google on your phone or on your tablet, laptop. If you have a second monitor up, or even before you turn on the game, go to Helldivers Companion app. They're not sponsoring me. They don't know I'm even doing this. In fact, my channel's so small, I don't even think they even know I exist. But that's fine. This is the galactic map that we are looking at. This is the first thing you will see when you hop on to Helldivers Companion app. I'll put a link to this in the description if you have trouble finding it. But I think if you type in Helldivers Companion app, this is what pops up. So you should be able to find it. On this map, you will see in the center right there, Super Earth. Everybody, regardless of what you've, or, if what you've played in the past, when you start a new level, you start out here on Super Earth. But for the Xbox players, I think you guys are starting over here. Emera. It's either, no. Here it is. Yeah, you guys are starting here. Sigma Paradise. So this is where the new training facility is for the new incoming Helldivers. You guys will have your own kind of training thing if you're on Xbox. I don't know if it's going to look the same as the training facility that we had when we started. Well, I'm on PC. Probably need to put that out there, but I do play on controller, so I will be able to give you, my controller setup in the future. Later on in the video, probably. Either way, our training facility, I believe it was on Mars. It's been so long since I played the game. I think I've logged over 1,100 hours in this game, so yeah. It was probably on Mars. And as you can see, Mars is a nice ball of fire. That occurred when the third faction of Helldivers 2 popped up out of the black hole, made a beeline straight for Earth, and torched everything in its way. As you can see, New Haven was kind of torched too, and Pylon. I am not that great with the spell or the pronunciations of most of these names, most of these planets. Also, as you can see, there's some piles of rocks here. Yeah, Meridia, the black hole, that is a black hole. It started out back here, and it moved its way up, destroying 3 planets on the way, and got super close to, one of these 2 planets, whichever way the devs wanted to go. But we stopped it. That, for if you want to go back and see, go watch, some streams or some other videos. You can see how all of that happened. I will recommend Demo Storm. He's a streamer, streams every single day, 5 p.m. EST. He definitely has a long playlist of all of the games. So if you want to go back, just type in, I guess, Meridia, and all of the Meridia battles will pop up. But either way, I just wanted to throw that out there because it's connected to the training facility. But either way, let's jump back into it. This here is the galactic map. As you can see, we have 3 current factions that we are fighting. We have, top left, the automatons. These are robot menaces. Hopefully, like I said, I'm recording this, so hopefully I could put up B-roll like right now to show that, what they look like. They are bots. They look like Terminator bots. They shoot lasers, rockets, missiles from mobile missile platforms. And they have what we coined the, what do we call that thing? The laser giraffe. Yeah, you'll see that later. I'll point it out, or well, you'll probably be yelled out loud. Then we have the Terminide. If you are, or some people say Terminates, I don't know why, but Terminide. If you are a fan of the Starship Troopers movies or anything in that saga, you're going to be at home here with the bugs, because they look pretty much like the giant bugs. Well, kind of, I shouldn't say pretty much. They kind of look like the bugs from Starship Troopers. They were pretty much inspired by the bugs from Starship Troopers. And when you get into basic gameplay or beginner gameplay, you'll kind of feel like you're one of the troopers out there getting limbs cut off. And yes, limbs get cut off. You die instantly, as you probably would in real life. But that's where most of those, or not even most, all of the bugs will be. So anything in this area is going to be bugs, unless the Illuminate do their hit and run tactic thing where they just pop up on random planets around the galaxy. Yeah, that actually happens, or it happened. I don't know if it's going to happen again. But down here, as I mentioned, the Illuminate. So the Illuminate are probably what Xbox players are going to be fighting against first, because it just kind of is reminiscent of the Covenant with Halo. At least I think that's where the devs are going to go. I could be wrong. Xbox players, wherever you're fighting day of release, that's what you're fighting. Welcome to the club. But yeah, these are the Illuminate, and I will show you those Illuminate. They're different. You got humanoid, zombie-like things called the Voteless, and then you have the more true alien version of, well, aliens basically, that are actually, they're all pretty much bullet sponges. It takes a good bit to get them down. So I would highly suggest, if you're not a intermediate player, you haven't been playing on any other, like on PlayStation or on PC, uh, don't jump to Illuminate just yet. You're going to learn better game mechanics with fighting the bugs, and then also learn better survival techniques with fighting the Illuminate. With fighting the automatons. The Illuminate are a perfect middle ground, and yeah, you'll learn everything you need to know from the other two to be able to get through Illuminate pretty easily. They are easy by my book, but I have more fun fighting them because, like I said, it's a perfect middle ground between Termini and automatons. So, other than that, this website is something I truly want you guys to try and visit often. Because, like I said, this is not the Helldivers game. This is a side website. They build it themselves, but it follows the game. They get their data from the game, and it's so helpful because it gives you the basics for what you need to do to actually help make an impact in the Galactic War. So we currently have what we call major orders. You'll see that. Actually, you can come up here and see what the current major order is. Those are the main objectives that we have to do to, progress on the story or to progress in this particular storyline or wherever the devs want us to go. So currently, right now, we got to kill Chargers. We got to kill like 250 plus thousand in order to win this one. All of the different objectives here you see for major orders, all of those have to be done in order for us to have complete success on the major order. Every now and then, the devs will throw us a bone. They'll either lower the number of kills or they'll make like a weather event happen so that we can, have better success at winning the major order. And then also sometimes if we don't complete a particular part or a particular objective, they will still, let us have it. You may win certain things by completing all of the objectives, and you may lose certain things by not completing all of the objectives. If we lose major orders, 9 times out of 10, we lose royally. We will, if there's a planet tied to it, like this one, Liberate Borak. Yeah, I'll come to that page in a minute. Yeah, if we lose the major order, basically we lose that planet. We lose planets all the time, though, so don't worry, it happens. But if we lose the major order and a planet is tied to it, we lose that planet. That's significant because we have certain planets scattered around the galaxy that, as you can see, they have important structures or important facilities on them. If we lose that planet with that facility, whatever buffs that we were normally getting from this planet, we lose that. If the major order was like some kind of research thing that was going on, at a place like this, we lose that research. It's going to be a while until we get it back. So major orders are definitely important. You definitely have to pitch in to win them, regardless of if it's on the bug planets or if it's on the automatons or the Illuminate. To be a team player, complete the major orders. Aside from that, when challenged with a major order, you will notice as you see these lines on here, these are what we call supply lines. When you see a major order, like let's just go back to Borak. This planet here is being supplied by fresh enemies from Exker or Exker, however you want to say it. Basically, this means that, or you'll see it, there'll be little arrows, coming from that planet. That means that the enemy is attacking from this planet. That is what we call a gambit. If you are able to, if you jump in right when, the MO is starting, or right, at least in the early beginnings, if you jump in and you see that this planet here has a low resistance rate, and I'll go over this page a little bit in the future. Yeah, that means that if we take this planet, we cancel the attack on the whatever planet is being targeted for the MO. It is imperative. And I know this is something that the blob, as we call it, is not good at doing. It is imperative that we take the planet that is attacking. There's going to be, like, where is that other one? Is it doing it yet? No, okay, it's not showing. There's going to be, glowing lights around the MO planet. You're going to see the DSS, and I'll explain what that is later. You're going to see that over the planet. You're going to see a bunch of other little things all over the place. Don't get distracted. This is the beginning of the MO. Please try to see if it is worth it. If there are enough players already here, if this is bright blue and it doesn't say holding reinforcements. In fact, let's find one planet that is, there we go. If it looks like this is a perfect example. If it looks like this, but there are lines coming or little arrows pointing to other planets, saying that that's where the attackers are going. That's where the Determinides are going. They're going to this planet or they're going to that planet. But the planet that they're coming from looks like this. Go here. Okay? Play the gambit. In fact, well, no, I'll save that information for later. But yeah, go to the gambit. So, because once I'm sorry. Once you take the planet that they are attacking from, major order already won, basically. If the plan or the major order is to protect Akamar and they are attacking from Gakrix, if we take Gakrix, they can't attack Akamar. We win the major order. What they may try to do is they may try to go to Pandion. But guess what? If we own Gakrix, they can't attack, or it's going to be super hard for them to attack Pandion because now they have to go all the way here to partition, then come all the way down here to Fact Bay, and then come back up this way. And yes, that is actually how it works. They may even have to come all the way back up here to Fori Prime, come down to Crimsica, and then do that. But you will be able to see this real time as it's unfolding, and you will know where to go. At the moment, we can't attack Foria Prime because of, game story. We'll talk about that later. But I just wanted to definitely get that out first. Please, if you see a gambit, play the gambit. Now, case in point, not all gambits can be won. I will admit that. Let's go find another planet. Let's see. If we have a planet being attacked and it looks like, where are the rest of the divers at? Let's see, where are they? They're all on the bug planet. Okay, let's go to a bot planet. And by bots, I do mean automatons. Yeah, all right, here we go. If you go to a planet, like I said, let's say this planet is the Gambit, and this one, no, let's say Chlorel, because, Chlorel is one of the bigger planets that we want to keep at all times. But so anyway, if you see arrows coming from either one of these planets, but it looks like this, yeah. If there's already, thousands of Helldivers already fighting on Chlorel, the highest probability is that we're not going to be able to secure Classa. If Classa is the Gambit, we're not going to be able to save it. And in fact, I think if you go here, it will say right there. Wait, is that right there? Okay, for some reason, that's the same symbol as Gambit, but it'll say it right in this area. Not all Gambits can be won, but it will identify a planet that is a Gambit. So let me show you guys how I got to that. Yeah, just basically clicking on a planet. Wow, that was a bad stutter from me. and then clicking on the middle here, or if you're on a tablet or your cell phone, just tapping the same box. This one right here, view details, it will give you this page of the Helldivers companion app. We'll go over this in a little more detail much later. I don't want to make this video too boring. We're already 20 minutes in of just full information. So hopefully you're still with me. If you are, please hit the like button, consider subscribing. Not all of my videos will be like this. I just want to definitely try and, give you guys some good information, a good, one-on-one tutorial video on, where to find the information for gameplay, being able to contribute to the Galactic War. So, other than that, let's see, is there anything else important that you need to know? Oh yeah, let's go over this window here first. Can't zoom in any further. Like I said, all right, you get your planet name, you're going to get your sector name, you get a little view or preview of what the planet looks like. So as you can see, this is a forest planet, so you're going to be fighting in between the trees with the nice hills and valleys and brush. So that pretty much gives you basic information. You're going to be walking through a lot of terrain, so you're going to be slow. As you see here, we got rainstorms. Rainstorms slow you down, and they also affect your visibility. So you're going to be basically getting jumped. Especially at higher levels, bugs just come out of absolutely nowhere. And if it's raining, that makes it even worse. Then we have here, this is we have different boosters for different planets. Also, when the DSS, like I said, I'll go over that later. When that's over a planet, you'll also get other boosters for when that's available. So in this particular one, the fast reconnaissance vehicle is available. Using a fast reconnaissance vehicle in the trees, good luck. That's all I'm going to say. Good luck. If there are any mega cities, and as you can see, these little symbols here, those mean there are mega cities. Yeah, use the car in the mega cities. You have actual streets to drive on. There'll still be, things in the middle of the road, so be careful. But yeah, you'll be better off using it on the cities. On the outskirts of the cities, yeah, good luck. This symbol here is, they're calling this the circle. I don't even want to try and pronounce that. It's the same symbol as the gambit, so I don't understand why they changed it. But either way, you'll see a symbol over here that either means this is the main planet of attack, gambit, other symbols. But if you hover over it with your mouse, or if you click it with your finger on your cell phone or tablet, it'll come up and tell you what that is. This is the progress bar. As you can see, we have 3 major cities that need to be captured. Each major city captured definitely improves the rate of liberation for the planet. So definitely pay attention here. Once again, like I said, if this is a gambit and... Amber alert. Sorry. Oh my goodness, come on. All right, there we go. Ooh. Lord protect the babies. 3-year-old. Jesus. All right, coming back. All right, where were we? All right, so yeah, taking the major cities increases the possibility of the planet being liberated. If you see, like I said, this is a gambit, and you see like the bar is like stuck down here and it ain't moving, the resistance is kind of high, and this bar just ain't going nowhere, and there's a low number of divers on the planet, yeah, 9 times out of 10, that gambit's not going to be one. It's better to move yourself to whatever the major order planet is. But yeah, down here, this percentage is saying that is what the percentage of Helldivers are present on that planet. That's the number of divers. It may not be accurate. Take that with a grain of salt. I don't know if how well the information is updated here. So it may be more than that. It may be less than that. This is the current progress rate on the planet. That is how much, as you see, Helldiver planetary control impact per hour. These 142 Helldivers are currently gaining 0.013% control of the planet every hour. And as you can see here, this is the automaton's planetary control impact per hour. So every hour, the automatons are gaining 0.88. So almost 1% of planetary control every hour. They are going to win this planet or maintain control of this planet long before any Helldivers are going to be able to, unless a larger amount of Helldivers get onto that planet. For a little more detail, like I said, jump down here, you can see the progress bar. You can see everything else you need to know. You can actually even see, like I said, if this was a gambit, you'll see who they're attacking, where they're staging, what all is linked. All of the information you need will be right here. So, other than that, I guess I'll go to that second page since that keeps popping up. Down here on your tablet, it'll probably be in the same location. You have the map that will pretty much give you better information than this map. This map is good for showing you the supply lines, so you can see, what planet is attacking who. You can also see which area or sector is where majority of the Helldiver army is. But if you jump here, this page, it's just mission critical. This just gives you pretty much everything or every planet that is currently being worked on by Helldivers. It gives you how many are on there, the resistance level, or how much we're gaining, how much the automatons are gaining. Gives you the liberation possibility, the liberation rate. This one here, liberation change per hour, which basically means that this is how much control we are gaining every hour on top of this. I don't think it's added together. Don't quote me on that part. But also you see you got a couple of more symbols down here. Like I said, each one of these on the companion app will give you exactly what it means. Ooh, Charger Rampage. That's where we need to be. So in order to get our major order, we need to all get on Gakrix. I want to say Gakrix. And because of that, there is the DSS, the Democracy Space Station. Let's see if yep, there it is. That big, beautiful thing. Oh, I love seeing it. It's helpful half of the time. So the DSS, the Democracy, I almost want to say democratic, but the Democracy Space Station, DSS, is something we fought long and hard for, and did we just lose that? Damn, that sucks. It's something we fought long and hard for. It provides boosts to the liberation rate of planets. It also comes with its own little set of tricks, or really stratagems. Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind. That's just changing. The number one thing that I implore you guys to pay attention with is the orbital blockade. Orbital blockade is, well, it's not as simple as it's stated, but basically what this does, any time the DSS sits over a planet, if you see that symbol sitting over a planet, that means no attack can generate from that planet. Even if an attack is generating from that planet, the second the orbital blockade is activated, or the second that it's activated and the DSS pops onto that planet, that attack ends. They cannot attack Terminites, automatons, Illuminate. They cannot attack from that planet anymore. However, sadly, orbital blockade is not available every single minute of the day. It has to be funded by Helldivers, and there's a certain amount of time that it takes for that to even still become active once it's been fully funded. But funding it does, of course, decrease the estimated ready time. However, even at fully funded, it still takes a certain amount of time to get there. Luckily, the DSS can be moved every 4 hours. You have to vote for it. It's set on a crazy voting system that, of course, all Helldivers get to vote on. But every 4 hours, you can vote to move the DSS to whatever planet you feel is the most important. Placing the DSS when orbital blockade is active, placing it on a planet that is labeled as the Gambit, automatically cancels the attack if that is their MO. If a major order planet is being attacked by another planet and you place the DSS on top of the planet labeled Gambit, or the planet that is doing the attack or originating the attack, you automatically cancel the attack, meaning that the planet that is targeted in the MO is immediately safe. I don't know. I can't stress that enough. Please, if that's the only thing you get from this video, just remember that, please. Other than that, we get. Uh-oh. Now the dog's awake. Helldiver. Not Helldiver. WorkDad shit. He probably saw lightnings. Otherwise, he'd be barking his head off if it was somebody at the door. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, where were we? Oh, yeah. Other than that, the other two bonuses you get with the DSS, you get free stratagems, basically. One you don't even have to call in. The Eagle Storm, it's either going to be Eagle airstrikes or Eagle strafing runs that just occur every couple of seconds. The best thing to do when those get active and a little thing pops up over your screen, you'll see it later. Little icon or symbol or just basically the words pop up above the screen saying, "Hey, incoming Eagle Storm." Basically, try your best to get away from the enemy. Because when the Eagles come in, they don't give two fucks about who they're shooting or what they're shooting. Their objective is to come in and clear whatever enemy or whatever is down there, basically, in the area immediately in front of you. So if, like, you're fighting bots and you got bots charging you and the Eagles are coming, yeah, you get a few seconds when the notification pops up, and then after that, they're gunning down automatons. And if you are in the firing area, yeah, you're gonna get hit. You're gonna die. 1 second. I think this is the most talking I've done on stream ever. Woo. Yeah, Eagle Storms kill everybody. Strafing runs, they're gonna kill everybody. So find cover or stay away from the enemy. Stay at least a good 10 20 meters away from the enemy once you see that notification pop up. Now, orbital, the heavy ordnance distribution. Good lord, I can't talk. 1 second. That one is a little more controllable. It used to be that the DSS would just bomb the hell out of everything. Now they made it a stratagem. So now you will have access to this one, the Orbital 380 HE barrage. Basically, you'll have availability of that as a free stratagem. You don't have to put it into your stratagem wheel. You can just grab that. You can just drop in and go. You're going to have it along with all of the other stratagems that you choose to bring with the planet. As you can see, all of them have specific times that they are available. Of course, then, or should I say when they're ready, then they have times when they are available and how long they'll be available. It's best to use Eagles when you're trying to defend a planet, and it's better to have the orbital barrage when you're attacking a planet. That's just the way I feel. Because like I said, you're if you're playing with if the Eagle Storm is active, you're defending, and it even says it here. It's available during defense missions. If you're defending a planet from an attack, like I said, the Gambit didn't work, so you're having to defend that planet. Having the Eagles come in, clear out whatever enemy was in front of you, while you're going clearing that objective afterward. Boom, you're done. If you're trying to liberate the planet, the planet is just still under constant attack or constant reinforcement, having that bombardment means that when those large incoming or large reinforcement groups come in, you're able to blow the hell out of them. You and everybody on your team is like it's a 4-man team, so if everybody throws in a 380 barrage, you're leveling the entire city. The 380 barrage goes out for I think like 60 meters wide, and it's just bombs, just barrage basically. It's hell. It's crazy. So very useful, but also very friendly fire friendly. You're gonna kill your teammates a lot if you don't pay attention. But that's what this next part is about. And I probably should have wrote down a better better timeline on how to do this to go back and figure it out. Yeah, but that's what this page is. Lets you know which planet is currently the most occupied or being the most liberated, and let you pick and choose where you want to go. 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to go where what we call the blob. You're going to want to go where they are. Larger numbers mean faster liberation. Doesn't always mean that they're on the best planet or the right planet, but wherever they are, that planet is going to get liberated the fastest. Join different Discord groups so that you can play with friends or just know where everybody's going. But as you can see, Borak has been liberated, and the current major order is to kill multiple chargers. So we're going to jump in the game now and go to Graxus. This has already been 37 minutes. So I think what I'm going to do is let you guys know that I am WorkDad and I stream Mondays and Friday nights after the kid and the wife and the dog are asleep, because that way I don't have too many interruptions during the game. So I am actually going to go ahead and hop on stream. If you are watching this right now, we're going to run the stream. But if you are watching this later on YouTube, once again, please consider subscribing. Hit that like button if this was helpful in any way. And feel free to jump down in the comments and let me know if there's anything that any other videos that I can do to help you guys more and explain more. I'm happy to do it. Otherwise, I'm going to jump on down into Helldivers or onto Gotkrooks. Cannot pronounce this name. I'm going to jump down to the planet and start killing some chargers. That's what I'm about to do. This will probably be the start of episode 2. Something like that. I don't know. Like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. This is WorkDad out. All right, chat. Since that is done, let's go ahead and switch gears. Like I said, we're going to drop down onto Crocs. I don't know why I can't talk tonight. Or why I can't spell. I can never say any of these names. It doesn't matter. Anyway, go ahead and get stream started. Or get Helldivers pulled up. Meantime, while that's loading up, I am going to go handle some business right quick. So, see you guys in a second.
to yourself that you have the strength and the courage to be free.
Join the Helldivers. Become part of an elite peacekeeping force. See exotic new life forms. And spread managed democracy throughout the galaxy. Become a hero. Become a legend. Become a Helldiver.
All right, chat. Welcome to it. Sorry if there's an echo. Need to check something right quick. Oh god. All right, I was controlling my son's television from my cell phone and decided to make sure that the audio was working for the stream, and pretty much basically turned on stream for my son, who should be asleep. So I'm sorry. Give me one more second. Let me go make sure I didn't just scar that child for life and seeing bugs blow up on the screen. Okay, trouble averted. I think his TV was already off. At least I hope it was. Oh, by the way, let's do something right quick for the intro. And welcome to the stream, everybody. It is officially midnight. The dog is asleep, the wife is in bed, and I think the kid is asleep. Can't verify that right now because I don't have the thingy up so I can actually see him. Either way, I am WorkDad. Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is also episode 2 of my Helldiver 101. If you are watching this live, then you pretty much saw the first 45 minutes of stream was me going over the Helldivers companion app. If you are not familiar with the companion app, please feel free to go back and watch that video again. It will be posted. It will be posted later on, but it's also at the beginning of the stream. We are jumping down to help finish out this current major order, which is to kill 5 million chargers. We have been pretty successful. We're at 95%. but we got to get there, get the rest of the way in 5 hours. However, we are still going over the mechanics of the game, or some basic mechanics of the game. So I will play fair. I'm also trying to level up my Liberator, so this actually works perfectly for me. We're going to jump down to the basic weaponry. I have not played with basic weaponry in so long. Should I bring the Redeemer? No, I think the Peacemaker. You get the Peacemaker first. Yeah. And grenades. Let's go with basic grenade. At least we can, blow up some bug holes. And should I change armor? Yeah, I'm gonna change armor. Now I'm not gonna go basic armor, only because I guess I really don't have to. As you'll notice certain things with armor, you get different perks. And I'll go over all of that in a minute. Just need to get my helmet switched. That's important for me. I want to like the way I look. Where's my helmet? There it is. Alright, aside from the outfit that I'm normally running in, this is what you'll normally see me in. But, yeah, it doesn't really make a difference. Either way, I'll just give you guys a little bit of info. This is the armory. It is right here. It says armory. When you get on your ship, you'll come in here. You'll probably come, if it's the first time you're playing the game, you'll, wake up out of cryo sleep and come out of there. There's a Helldiver in that pod. There are multiple me's already ready to go. It's creepy. Anyway, yeah, this is the computer. You can't touch it. It doesn't mean anything. If you pre-ordered the game, you got access to this. I don't know if you're going to be able to get access to it if you didn't pre-order the game. Somebody jumped out in the comments and let us know. Other than that, this place over here is not really accessible. You can kind of just look at it and watch the... What is that thing doing? Yeah. Anyway, just artwork, basically. That's the hangar. You can see the Eagle and we call it the Pelican, and all of the munitions and everything. Now, it's still up for debate. Nobody has been able to confirm it. But when the Illuminate invaded, that guy sitting right there on the forklift, he was spazzing out. Like doing the rocking back and forth thing that, people do when they're scared or something. He was spazzing out, but nobody noticed it. It was just me. Go back to, one of my earlier streams and you might be able to see it. I think I pointed it out. I can't remember exactly which one. Either way, this is the armory. This is where you're pretty much going to start. You get your weapons from. You can pretty much see all of the weapons that you kind of have access to. Well, at least you may not have access to them if you're just beginning the game, but you will have access to them as you play the game. When you activate armory, you get to see your weapons. They're all here, different levels, because recent updates now allow us to customize weapons. We'll go over that later. Secondaries, you can't customize them, but you can get some really nice fancy stuff. Even a pokey stick and a Jack Sparrow sword, if that's what you're into. Bushwhacker, love the way it looks, but that thing's shit. Let's see. Oh, and then everybody's favorite, the ultimatum. It shoots nukes. Enough said. Anyway, throwables. Oops. These are your grenades and your lovable throwing knife, which does a ton of damage, I think. No, it doesn't. It's just 250, but still, it's enough to kill things. Each one of these grenades has their own special ability or special explosion kind of thing. You'll find the one you like the most, but the one you're going to use the most at the very beginning of the game are these two: high explosive and frag. And then after that, you're going to kill yourself a lot with the incendiaries, and then you're going to kill yourself even more with the incendiary impact because you're going to throw them at short range and then light yourself on fire. It happens. Don't feel bad. It happens. Impact grenade's the same. You're going to, throw it against a wall and forget that it blows up the second it connects with the wall, and yeah, your body parts go flying everywhere. Other than that, this one you're going to use a lot. Stun grenades, especially when you're fighting bots, and it also comes in handy when fighting chargers. Not using it for this first drop, but I probably will pick it up. And then gas grenades. These have become a staple in recent gameplay. They release a gas that confuses and damages the enemy. Learn to use them to great effect. And then my favorite, thermites. Basically, if you're coming here from Xbox, these are the sticky grenades from the Covenant, except they don't glow purple. They light things on fire and then blow up, causing 2,000 damage. 3 of these can kill a Bow Titan. If you don't know what a Bow Titan is, you're about to find out. Armor has its own special perks, so just read them. Go by what you like, or just go by, what armor you really feel like you could wear in real life. Your choice. I go by what's going to keep me alive, and usually that means this one, because I try to stay away from getting damaged, but I need to be able to reload fast. My other favorite armor is not up here. Oh, that's right, it's a medium armor. It basically allows the same perk, but gives you more health. We may go over that in a little more detail later, but not right now. Helmets don't provide anything. They're just basic. I think they said in the future we may get perks for the helmets and the capes, but as of right now, they don't. They're just art. So, pick whatever one you think makes you look the best. Other than that, as far as the ship, you get a nice big TV. It plays very important messages from time to time. And then also it likes to play cologne commercials and therapy commercials. So, yeah, enjoy. She's going to insult you after every mission. Well, sometimes she'll congratulate you, but she pretty much is going to insult you. Anyway, this all the way over here. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. If you're just starting the game, it's going to be it's going to start like right here. As you level up your ship, this hallway gets longer and longer and longer, and then you'll be able to upgrade your ship, get new weapons. I won't spend too much time on that because it's self-explanatory. As you level up, you get more weapons. Go ahead and buy everything, even though I haven't. I'm never going to use the arc thrower, so there's no point in me buying it. Somebody's going to get mad at me in the comments, but whatever. I hate the arc thrower. Not buying it. Anyway, I need this actually. Okay, well, since that just decided to do that. Oh, sorry, I scratched my eye. This is the War Bond page. War Bonds unlock new weapons, new armors, new boosters, new everything. This is where you will be able to purchase new guns, new tech, and everything here. I do have it. Why didn't it let me just buy it? Oh no, that's the sterilizer. Where is this thing? Here it is. Yeah, as you can see, I have not purchased the guard dog, dog breath. It is a poison. Is that the best? I know it's a gas guard dog. It's a little hover pack with a gun that shoots out the gas that basically kills and confuses the bugs. It's very useful. As you can see, it is going to cost me 110 medals. The medals are up there at the top right hand of the screen, the gold medals. You get those from completing missions, and you can also find them in missions. You also get them, or get a lot of them, from completing major orders and personal orders and new minor orders and strategic orders. So yeah, you're able to fill up on these a lot. So As long as you play the game, you're going to get them. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase that so that now I can jump back to my ship, come back to stratagems, and buy that. Now, when you're buying them from your ship or ship upgrade, how did I pass it? Or did it just give it to me? Yeah, it just gave it to me. Okay. Again, for demonstrations purposes only. And I'm never using this thing, I promise. When you buy things to upgrade your ship, they cost these R's, requisition slips. And as you can see, if you look at the screen where my Helldiver is and track your eyes straight up, you will see how many requisition slips you have. It's the yellow R. That's basically your money. How much money do you have? Once you buy whatever it is that you're trying to buy, of course, it subtracts however many requisition slips that you needed to buy. Simple math, right? All right. Along that top line, you see the green symbol. Those are your common samples. You find those on the map. Next to it, orange is the orange symbol are your less common. I can't remember the exact name. They're just less common. And then the purple are the extremely rare. You find everything, all of those on the map. But as you can tell by the number, green you're going to find easily. Orange, yeah, they'll be there. Pink or purple, whatever color you want to put, you're going to have to hunt for those. They usually only show up in one spot. Well, they only actually show up in one spot. And the name of the structure that they show up on, it's left up to debate. When you see it, I will let you determine, or let your imagination determine exactly what that structure looks like. I will leave that to you guys. Not getting myself in trouble. I don't know why I never purchased a flamethrower. I don't use it that often, but it's worth having. Oh, sorry. Also, upgrade your ship modules. As you upgrade or play and your level goes up, you'll get ship modules to upgrade stratagems, upgrade the ship, upgrade your gameplay. It is worth it visiting this portion of the ship management every time you finish a mission, so you can see what you can upgrade or at least know what you're going to target for. At this point, I'm not going to give a recommendation of what you should do first, only because I can't even remember what comes available first. I think it's like from the top to the bottom of each category. That's what comes available first. But just read over everything. Take a minute once you start the game, read over everything to know what you really want to, upgrade first. But then after that are the vehicle customizations. You'll get that. It's self-explanatory. You get them with each war bond, and you can just pick and choose what colors you want on your stuff. And that's it for the ship. I know we said we were going to drop and go kill some chargers, so let's go ahead and get that. This looks familiar, doesn't it? It's the galactic map. Let's find... Oops, not there. Got crooks. Here it is. As you can see, these are the available missions. When you start, you're going to start at number 1. I am going to go out on a limb and probably be argued down by every Helldiver on the face of the planet by saying, if you are new to Helldivers, if this is your first 2 to 3 missions, if you have not learned the game mechanics or learned really how to control your character, for the love of God, please don't go to level 10. Just don't do it. You're not going to be shamed by anybody in the community for playing at anything above level 1 or anything less than level 10. And if somebody's going to shame you for playing at less than level 10, fuck them and move on. Okay, it's not that serious. You're going to be more of a hindrance to people who actually know the mechanics. And I'm not saying like level 150 players. No, level 150 is the highest level you can go, but you got some level 150s who, you know, get trounced by level 70s. Level does not mean how good you are. Level just means how long you've been playing the game. Learn the game mechanics, get good at the game, and then start playing above level 8. Because level 9 and 10, everything's coming at you from every direction. And if you just die up and use up all of the lives, yeah, you weren't any help to your team. You were a liability, and you just cost them all the lives. So now the game is much harder for them, because now they're playing like one life events, trying to, you know, complete missions. But I think they said there are more chargers on 8. No, forgot, we're not doing that. We're going down game mechanics. So we're going to go level 4. I'm not fighting at night, but that's all that's available. What is this? No. Is this just a night planet? Oh, that's trash. There are no operations with sunlight on it. Okay. Let's go over here. Hopefully we get some sunlight on this one pretty soon. Alright, so each one of these is an operation. Each one of these inside the operation is a mission. You have to complete all missions inside of the operation in order to complete the operation. Got it? Good. That's the DSS. Like I said, it provides special perks.
FTL jump successful.
You can look over in the
Mission coordinates
bottom right hand corner and see what perks it is providing. So we get exosuits, and we get a faster cooldown on the exosuits, and we get a liberation boost. So we get a faster rate of liberation for it being here. We're also getting faster recon vehicles. Not going to use that because, of course, if you're just starting, you're not going to have it. I'm also not going to bring the exosuit down, because if you're just starting, you're not going to have it. These are the red is the hotspots. Everything else on here are important landmarks. Our, major objectives, our primary objectives are orange. Secondary objectives are blue. There may be more on this planet, so keep an eye out for that. A lot of times they won't show you where it is. You just have to find them on your own. But like I said, red spot are enemies, or large groups of enemies. There's one special enemy with the Terminite that does not show up on this map here. You just kind of have to, keep your eyes open. So, car is available. So we're going to drop down. I'm going to go with this one, which is the orbital precision. Now, I pretty much have everything. You won't have everything, so just trying to go with, I think, what would be basic. I think I cannot remember if the Stalworth is available. Yeah, we're going to go with Stalworth, and then what else should I bring? Oh, yeah. We're going to bring a gun. Another gun. MG. Now, these are your boosters. You get them with the war bonds. Each booster, as you tell it, boosts certain things. So just pick which one you think you want. I prefer to bring muscle enhancement pretty much everywhere I go. Oh, I'm sorry, hang on. For tutorial's sake. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Just for tutorial's sake, we'll open that up later. I prefer to bring muscle enhancement just because if you're running around basically and you're not playing predominantly inside of major cities, you're going to get slowed down by the terrain. Although it is also, if you're just starting out, best to bring vitality enhancement. If you're running with the squad, just make sure these 2 or these 3 have been selected, and then your pick of whatever else you want. But I'm gonna go with that. My gun's already picked. Let's drop.
Launch initiated.
Let me move the audio over. 1 second.
Let our enemies choke upon their territorial ambitions.
Okay. Oh, wait. 1 second. Oh, yeah, that was right. Alright, that way I'm not waking up the entire house playing music or playing the game through my stereo system. Alright, when you drop down onto a planet, go ahead and get your stratagems out. Get your support weapons out. Anything that is blue. I have my controller mapped for stratagems on my, what's this, left bumper. There's our first bug. When you throw out stratagems, 9 times out of 10, it's going to alert them to where you are. So either, you know, run to them or run from them. 9 times out of 10, if they see you, they're going to run after you anyway. Or you're just going to run into another patrol. But for training or tutorial sake, there we go. Okay. They're probably going to follow me, so I'm just going to keep walking. Either way, now when you land, you can either just run around like a crazy person looking for like things shining or where the bugs are to mark where you need to go, or you can pull up your mini map. I have my mini map as my left button. Yep, they're coming right at me. All right. And that pretty much tells you see where your enemies are. Does he see me? If they see you, the music will start playing. Yep, there it is. They see me. Somebody sees me. Let's kill.
Have a taste of democracy.
And that was pretty much the first patrol, I think. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, gunfire does alert other bugs or other enemies to your location. If you're playing with the music on, use the music to basically let you know when you're under attack. Anyway, I have my zoom in and zoom out buttons on my mini map toggled to my right and left bumper, so I can see when on the mini map. That little pulse is your radar, lets you know when enemies are coming. I got another patrol headed towards me. But then you can also
Tagging map.
mark where you want to go. So we're going to fight through this patrol here and get to our next waypoint. So let's go.
Fire in the hole.
There we go. Use grenades wisely. They are large explosions, so once again, they will let the enemy know, where you are, that you are approaching.
There's something here.
Best practice also,
Sending down equipment package.
get down supplies whenever you get a chance. Alright, and now we have a breach on us. That little orange puff that came up, that is with them calling for reinforcements. So, when that happens, you can either choose to just fight it out, regardless of however many come out. On lower levels, breaches don't last long. Come on. I know there's more of you over here. Is that seriously it? Wow, it's been a long time since I played with this level. Yeah, lower levels, smaller amount of enemies come out during breaches, so you should be able to handle it. Like I said, it's great for learning the mechanics, learning the what tos and what not tos of the game. I pretty much have, if you're familiar, of course, with Halo, joining us from Xbox, once again, welcome. I have my controls pretty much set up the same way they were in Halo. So you're playing on a controller, just, you know, think or configure it the same way you played Halo, except now you're in third person instead of first person. All right, so that's everything there. Our waypoint is set at northeast, 31 degrees. Let's go keep going. Also, go over that. Definitely get to know your stratagem wheel, know your stratagem buttons. It's going to take a while to memorize them, unless you put them on like a macro keyboard or something. Get used to those buttons and get used to the cooldowns. Resupplies, I think, are like every 2 minutes, but all of your other weapons and extra stuff, they have their own separate cooldowns, so get used to those. I favor sentries because they aggro the enemy in one direction so that you can go in an opposite direction. However, with machine gun sentries, just watch out, make sure that they are shooting in a different direction from where you are running. They don't care about friendly fire. Their rounds will tear right through you.
Objective critical stratagem available.
As you play, you will learn like how many bullets it takes to kill this particular enemy. What weapon works best against other particular enemies. Like I said, it's all trial and error. Give yourself grace, give yourself time. You will learn the game. They're calling in, there we go, calling in another breach. Let's go ahead and call in an eagle on that breach. When you call in an eagle or a barrage, it is best to call or to throw that stratagem either right in front of the barrage or to the side of it. Whichever direction you plan on running, that's going to be the best direction to throw that barrage or throw that eagle. Because 9 times out of 10, that's where the enemy is going, and you want full effect of that barrage or the eagle. Now we have to defend this area when we throw down this flag. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some more ammunition down. I see another patrol coming in.
Fire in the hole.
Your grenade throw distance differs based on the throwable. So don't think that you can just like launch it endlessly. There is an effective and non-effective range to most weapons, so you'll learn that as you play. Again, sentries, they don't care about friendly fire, so don't put it anywhere where you're about to be. Or at least where you're going to be in front of it by chance. We're going to go ahead and call this down. And it's already going to work. Now, when raising flag missions on lower levels, it's going to be tremendously easy. As you get to higher levels, oh, I might have just killed my own turret there. Nope, good. As you get to higher levels, it gets harder, of course. But the number one thing to remember, stay near the flag. Stay near the growing shaft. Admire the growing shaft. Do not walk away from the growing shaft. There will be a surprise that will pop out at the end. No pun intended. And, oh wait, no, we still got some time. Depending on your weapon, make sure you're constantly reloading, but also remember that as you reload, you lose ammunition. I cannot shoot with that. Let's try close range. Nope. Be sure to kill the enemies. There's that surprise. Yeah, be sure to kill the enemies as they're getting closer, because if they get up here, it will stall the progress of the flag. And then also, make sure you're paying attention to the smoke, because as you can see, there is orange smoke out there. Nursing spewers, these orange, ugly, fat things. Yeah, they will basically put out that little smoke or fog or whatever it is. And that pretty much lets you know that that's where they are. Or that's the direction they're coming from. Got a patrol coming in behind me. Yep, see, there we go. There's some more. I usually run the grenade pistol.
Fire in the hole.
Grenade pistol kills those things in one hit.
Throwing grenade.
But so does a grenade. If you can land it. If not, then just kill him. Kill him with bullets. These are your common samples. As you see, they're all over the map. When playing with a team, it is always best practice. Pick them up. Even if you don't need them, if you're full, pick them up. You don't know if your teammate needs them or not. Alright, let's keep following our waypoint to find our first bug nest. Here we go.
Bug outpost.
Whoops. And there's our first charger. Why are they called chargers? Let's show you. Hi. And here he comes. Let me show you the easiest way to beat a charger. Run around him in a circle and then drop a bomb on him. Charger dead. Simple as it is. Or simple as that, I should say. Yeah, let me come up top here so he doesn't kill me. You will learn throw distance as you game, and then grenades also bounce. So there we go. Go a little bit higher with this one. Perfect. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, it sounds like they're trying to call reinforcements again. There we go. Ammo boxes are plenty, but depending on the map, they may not be. So whenever you get a chance, reload. Grenade boxes look a little different, and then stems are white and blue boxes. Make sure you stay fully loaded, especially if you're playing like me in the middle of the night when the population is low. You're not going to get too much support. Unless it's a weekend, and then of course you're going to get all the support that weekend players like to give. Oh, perfect. Oops. Oh. Alright, I don't know if you guys saw that icon. That was a chest wound. Chest wounds are the most dangerous wound you can have. You are bleeding. I need to switch guns. Shut up. Oh, see, there it is. Yeah. Chest wound. That is the worst wound that you can get. If you have a chest wound, that means you basically have an open wound that is bleeding. And they actually, in the most recent update, they made it so that you bleed even faster. So it is imperative to get help. Help. If you're out of stems, find a teammate, get them to stem you, or drop down a supply pack. Get stems, heal that up quick, or you will bleed to death. Also, if one of your limbs gets injured, you'll see a little, whichever limb it was, that'll pop up too. Take a sip of coffee. All right, now hop on our map, find our next objective. Woo! We got some running to do.
Dropping a pin.
I'm gonna torture myself and hopefully not you guys by not falling in the car. Plus, we are in the trees and the sun is coming out. Oh, thank you. Thank you, sweet liberty. Sunlight. I hear bugs.
Throwing grenade.
If you can engage from a distance, do so. It makes survival much easier. If you get outnumbered, run. It makes survival much easier. Oh yeah, there's our grenade box. Depending on what grenades you have, either it will replenish all of them or you'll just get like 2. I think most of the time you'll just get like 2. Now, as you're running around the map, you'll find little things like this, like a little container door. You cannot open this door by beating on it. You have to blow it up. So either if you have a stratagem that will cause an explosion, or very simply,
Fire in the hole.
a grenade or grenade pistol, blow that open, and you will find samples and requisition slips. You'll find medals. I have a patrol approaching. Where are they? This way. Yeah, you'll even find super credits. And I think that's the one thing we did not go over when we were on the ship. So we'll go over super credits when we get back on the ship.
Say hello to democracy.
Nice. One thing about playing on heavily treed planets, yeah, certain eagles and certain stratagems are kind of ineffective.
Tagging map.
So just be mindful of that. If it can hit a tree, if a tree can stop it, then it's not going to hit the ground. And if what you're fighting is on the ground, it's not going to be any effect. Where is the... Oh, there's the big ugly. And there's a breach.
Sending down sentry.
Draw the line, men. Don't let them get by. Well, not men, but machine. That was it. All right. Nope, that wasn't it. All right, that's it. All right, let's keep going. All right, as we run up to this objective, I will go ahead and spill the beans on it. The illegal broadcast is the easiest side objective to complete. If you have a grenade pistol or a rocket launcher of any sort, my favorite, the recoilless rifle, you can shoot this thing from anywhere and complete this mission.
Main objective near your position.
I almost just did. So hardwired. And if you don't have... let's turn all of that off. If you don't have a rocket launcher or the grenade pistol, like I said, it's still one of the easier objectives. Come on. There we go. I hear something else. Always follow your ears. Oh yeah, we haven't seen these yet. These are hunters, the white ones.
20 minutes remaining.
Hunters can jump.
Freedom forever!
Which is also why I like having fast reload. Ugh. Oh, sorry about the screen jumping. I have my first person and third person toggled to my joystick that I used to run. So I'm like jumping in and out. But either way, this objective, you basically have to turn the computer on and, well, turn the broadcast off. This is also a great time to resupply. Yep. This one, just gotta bring that up as high as it'll go, and then turn that so that the numbers are going up. Get it to 100 and you're done.
Dispensed.
Another patrol moving in that way.
Deploying sentry.
They stay behind the building, they're dead. Nope. Yep, now they're dead. Now, when I said earlier, this is one of the easier objectives to clear out. Can you jump in front of my gun, please? Gosh. Still one more over there. They're hiding. There they go. Yeah, you can cancel breaches by killing that before it gets the orange stuff in the air, but if not, just be ready to fight.
For prosperity!
Delivering payload.
Alright, that's the end of that breach. Anyway, back to my demonstration. So yeah, illegal broadcast. If you don't want to spend any time trying to destroy it, whatever explosive stratagem or rocket you have, objective complete. And then you could just move on. I highly recommend not spending any time. The amount of time that I just spent on that, I implore you, don't do that. Just blow the thing up and run. Plus, everybody likes explosions. It's part of the reason why you became a Helldiver, right? Blow up shit. Alright, now as you traverse through your maps, you will find areas similar to this, if not larger, where there are multiple bug holes. I will advise,
Bug outpost!
if you have not learned the mechanics of the game just yet, don't attack by yourself. Go with, bring your team, or wait for your team. But if you know what you're doing, you can handle yourself pretty well, then yeah, pretty easy to take out an entire, what you call enemy base or enemy outpost all by yourself. Do I need to? Yes, I need to reload this. Great thing about the Stalworth, it is a machine gun that can be reloaded as you run. The other two machine guns, one more powerful than the other, cannot be reloaded while running.
Tagging map.
You'll discover those as you go. Let's go to our next mission. Now, we have not run into everybody's favorite bug. It's called a stalker. You will hear them before you see them. And it's best that when you do see it, you call it out, because they pretty much kill you in 2 blows. And if you're low health, they kill you immediately. I'm waiting on my machine gun. They don't see me. And I got 30 seconds before my eagle. Somebody sees me. His music is going, or either I'm just close. Alright, he sees me. There we go. Bring that down. Here comes a breach. Ugh. Oh god, I can't jump. Ugh. Again, I got my buttons toggled together. Okay, we're back at it.
Fire in the hole!
No! Run, 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 run. That's it, again, trying to do it. Trying to jump and run at the same time. And hit the grenade button at the same time. There we go. I must have already taken out my sentry. Which is fine, because if I remember where the other one is... Yeah, the MG sentry is my favorite sentry. It has the fastest cooldown out of all of the sentries, and it's a medium pin. Medium pin is enough to get through these bastards when they like to hunker down and put their shells on. And then also you can just blow them up too. I thought that thing was still alive.
You will never destroy our way of life.
One bit of advice you'll get from the game itself, and I honestly believe it's the most helpful thing that they can offer. They literally tell you, don't panic. And I kid you not. If you can just restrain yourself from panicking, even if you are panic prone, restrain yourself from panicking, you will get through most of the fights that you engage in. I need grenades. I don't know why I'm thinking I got grenades. Okay, there we go.
Fire in the hole.
Oh wow, they definitely changed the sound on that. Usually that explosion is pretty loud. Now it actually sounds like it's up under you. Let me show you guys a trick with the Stalworth. Well, with any gun. You can actually up the RPM on that. More bullets, more fun. Alright, where did that... There it is. Completely reload. As my sentry does all my dirty work for me.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Nice. That was a well-placed grenade. We got something else coming, but let's go ahead and get this flag down. Now, of course, try to remember where your sentries are, especially when playing flags. Try your best not to put sentries on the point except for like mortars. Mortars are great for defending where you are standing. Do not put them where you are not standing because, well, they're going to drop a mortar on you. And if you're fighting with a team, your team's going to be in a different spot. You're going to drop a mortar on them. Place mortars in the same place where you're defending, not far away. Or better yet, the way I feel, just don't bring them. Don't bring mortar. You can bring the mortar EMS. That one won't kill everybody, but just don't bring mortars. If you are shooting into smoke and you don't know if you're hitting anything, wait for the X, the white X to pop up. If you're shooting at something and you're trying to kill it, shoot until you see the red X pop up, or shoot different parts of whatever it is you're shooting to see if you can get a red X to show up. Red X means dead or high damage, critical damage. Depending on the enemy type, the gun you have may not be actually doing damage to that enemy. But either way, there we go. Mission complete. We have raised both flags, so now it is time to leave. Now, good thing to know when you're trying to extract, if you don't know where to go, look around and you'll see that big blue light. That marks extraction. Hopefully, if you're not on a planet that's rained out or fogged out, snowed out, being snowed out, active snowstorm, active sandstorm, yeah, you'll see it. And so you can just go there. If you see it, none of your teammates see it, it's on the mini map.
Dropping a pin.
Just go ahead and mark it on the mini map. That way everybody knows where to go. And also, if you're leading the operation, then you're able to show exactly, where you're going. And if your team wants to be team players, they'll tag along with you. Or at least know where to rendezvous. Now, one critical thing to keep in mind when playing Helldivers. Your time. Top right hand corner there, you see we got 7 minutes and 30 seconds. I bring that up now because getting the artillery loaded up. Ooh. Yeah, getting the artillery loaded up is the longest side objective. It's beneficial. But it takes the longest. I'm gonna need a soda in a minute. Yeah.
Say hello to democracy.
You gotta. Yep, see? As I said before, certain stratagems and certain attacks will not get through the trees, or will have difficulty getting through the trees. So be mindful of the trees. Ten seconds on next one. What's that? 1, 2, 3. Oh, here's one. When playing with a group, it's best to, if you're the one loading these in, it's best to call out what you loaded first. At least that way you know what you're getting ready to throw, because sometimes it will not show up on your stratagem wheel.
Deploying sentry.
All right, let's go ahead and load this up.
Extraction is available.
Oh, I was reloading that?
You will never destroy our way of life!
5 minutes remaining. I repeat, 5 minutes remaining.
What?
Get some! Get some! Last reload!
Deploying equipment package.
Oh yeah, one more shell.
Here comes the cavalry. Eagle 1 leaving combat zone to resupply.
You will never destroy our way of life! Get some! Get some!
Ow! Like I said, if you're getting outnumbered, fall back. It gives you a chance to reload. Also,
Proceed to extraction when ready.
get more weapons. Oh, there the shell is.
Helldivers never die!
All right, let's go.
Have a taste of democracy!
2 minutes, 30 seconds. Our eagle is back up. Now, when you get into areas and it's extremely foggy like this, there's usually only like one of two things going on. Either there's a spore charger, which is, we also call them the stinky charger. They release gas as they're moving around, so you can't really see where they are. Or there's one of these laying around. A spore spewer. Sometimes you have to call in a hell bomb to kill it. If my eagle can make it through the trees.
Get some!
Yep, that wasn't enough. Sometimes you'll need to
Throwing grenade!
throw in an orbital strike and completely miss. Luckily, eagles come back pretty quickly.
Here comes the cavalry.
Have a taste of
There we go.
democracy!
Ah!
Another one bites the dust.
Now, I waited. I'm sorry, I'm doing this on purpose.
Get some! Get some!
One thing that will occur, you will on different occasions, run out of time. When you run out of time, there will be no stratagem wheel. But this is also why it is very important to, once you get to extraction, if you know you're going to run out of time before the Pelican gets down, go ahead and throw out all the support stuff you can get. In this case, I might even bring down the tag on car.
How about a nice...
Ow. Once you die after the destroyer has left, that's it. Game over. So definitely make sure you have your corners picked out. You got your ammo down. You are ready for a fight. Now, another thing, like I said, another reason why, even though it takes forever, another reason why you want to go ahead and have the Siege Artillery done. That is a stratagem that you don't need your destroyer for. Is he still over there? He is still over there. Wow. As you can see, the Siege Artillery still available. We got a charger over here who's just hanging out. Good and bad thing about the Siege Artillery, it takes forever to fall, but when it does, and like I said, different ones have, or different shells do different things, so best to call out what you have on it, or what you have getting ready to go in, or what's next. Just try to keep that order listed. And then just utilize it when you have a chance. Whoa. Alright. But also, as you can see, when the boat lands and the time is out, you get 20 seconds to get on the boat. Otherwise, you're left and that's game over. You still win the mission, but you get left on the planet. And yeah, you're going to hear it. If you or teammates are left on the planet and there's still whatever attacking, yeah, you're going to hear yourself getting, or your teammates getting brutalized. Mikey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, that was it, chat. I hope your first mission, when you're joining Helldivers, I hope your first mission goes as smoothly as that. Hopefully you don't die as many times as I did. But that also goes to prove that it doesn't really matter what level you are. If you get careless, or hell, you get surrounded, you can die. Sometimes it's a skill issue. Sometimes it's just carelessness, which I guess is a skill issue too at the same time. But as you get back on the boat, on your ship, this screen pops up. You get to look at your mission stats, compare with your team, see who did the best, who did the worst, identify some areas maybe you want to improve on. When you're playing with a group, you'll see that whoever scored the highest or the lowest of whichever category, it will be illuminated in gold or yellow, whatever, however colors you have your thing set up for. and it gives you all your information there for that mission. And that gives you your progress for it. So that's going to be pretty much how your missions are going to go. And once you get back on your ship, you can determine or decide which ones you're going to go for next. So as you can see, there is one more mission left in this operation. So once you complete that, then this whole operation is done. If you want to, like I said, every time you get back on your ship, especially if you're starting at lower levels, go ahead and jump here to your ship maintenance. I'm sorry, ship management. Can't talk. Ship management, and buy whatever new gun is available, new stratagem, ship upgrades. Don't really worry about vehicle customizations right now, because really the last thing you should really be worried about is what color your ship is. Trust me, it's the last thing you should worry about. Yeah, upgrade this stuff first. It's going to make gameplay much better for you. Then afterwards, you can jump here to see if you want to change your weapons out. And now would be a great opportunity. When you play missions, you'll level up that weapon. You'll be able to customize it. You'll be able to see all of the different things you can do, or different things you can customize your gun with. Each customization affects the stats of the weapon. So as you can see right now, running the 2x tube red dot, that brings my pretty much my recoil all the way down. It's not like right on the crosshairs there in the bottom right hand corner, but yeah, it brings it down enough. I mean, sorry, no, that doesn't affect it. The scope affects basically your view on, what you're able to see down the scope, basically. It helps your targeting, different strokes for different folks. You just kind of got to play around with it and see what you like. The underbarrel is going to have more of a significant change in your stats. That's going to determine, as you can see here, your vertical and your horizontal recoil, your weapon sway, ergonomics. Ergonomics is basically when you are turning, if you aren't aiming down scope, or you're not firing from the hip, but you're doing that, I guess it's third person. No. Yeah, I guess it's still third person aiming. When you're doing that, that's the ergonomics. You're going to see a little small circle pop up in the middle of the screen. As you move your weapon, you'll see that circle move. The higher the ergonomics, the faster that circle gets back to the middle of the screen, or if you have a laser, the faster it gets back to that laser, or just a little white dot in the middle of the screen. That's your ergonomics. Capacity, self-explanatory. Magazine, self-explanatory. Reload time, that just differs by, the higher the number, the longer the recoil. I think that's right. This doesn't tell. Oh, wait, if I go all the way down here. There we go. Yeah. The higher the recoil, the higher the number, the higher the reload time. As you can imagine, with a drum mag, it's a big, bulky thing of bullets. It's going to take you a little bit longer to load that than a regular magazine. So, like I said, self-explanatory. Some things are pretty much common sense. Under barrels, you get your flashlights, your vertical grips, which of course affect your recoil. You got your angle foregrip, that brings your gun all the way up. A tip for trying to figure out how to read that recoil sim: the cross is pretty much where your gun starts. Once you fire, or once you hold down the trigger, that's where all of the corresponding yellow and white dots are. So first time you fire, that's where that first dot above the, I don't know if you can see it, it's like really close to the center of the X. That's where that first bullet's going to go. Second bullet, as you can see, further up. Third bullet further up. All the rest of them are in that grouping. Just make sure you pay attention to that as you are buying upgrades. The only thing I want on this gun is the drum mag, and I have quite a while to go. So we'll keep playing with that. I don't think we changed anything. All right. So that was it for that. I'm actually going to switch now to the grenade pistol, only because I just want to. And we're going to go with the incendiary grenades. As you play through the game, you'll be able to upgrade things. So the fun I'm about to have. Oh wait, no, we're playing an eradicate. I do not want to bring the loadout I just brought. Which is a good point. Whenever you are playing, oh wait, you know, these aren't the impacts, so no, that's good. I can stick with that, but I will change my sidearm. The loadout that you bring will determine how well you get through certain missions, and certain missions should also dictate what weapons you bring. For eradicates, as you can see, that landmass is incredibly small. That's what you have to fight on. You're going to get surrounded. You're going to be surrounded the entire time. This is just pure survival mode for Helldivers.
Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital thrusters.
See, it's that small. And it's just us. It's just me.
Synchronized.
So, eradicates, let me show you this. Eradicates, like I said, that little small planet, you are simply on the defensive the entire time. It is just you. You have to kill a certain percentage. Well, you have to kill a large number of enemies. You just watch a percentage bar go up as you kill bugs or whatever you're fighting. And you just have to stay alive, basically. So, best thing to do, honestly, the cheating thing to do would be just to bring mines. If you have all of the mines unlocked, bring all mines. It's hilarious. Just try not to step on them. But if you're just starting out, if you have any of the sentries, go ahead and bring that sentry. I highly prefer machine gun sentry. If you have an eagle, bring an eagle. In fact, gas grenades would actually be good. If you've already unlocked the gas grenades for this, go ahead and bring the gas grenades. I don't know how soon you get the air burst in the game, but bring the air burst. And you can bring a support weapon 9 times out of 10 at higher levels. If you're running around like a crazy person, like I'm probably going to be, you're probably going to get killed and drop your weapon a bunch of times. So trying to find it is going to be the majority of what you're doing the entire time. It's best not to bring, for higher levels, it's best not to bring something that you're going to drop and really need in order to survive. But for game purposes, if you have unlocked the MG, I'm going to bring the MG. Now, remember, with the MG, it's not like the Stalwart. You do have to come to a complete stop in order to reload the MG. As far as boosters, we're not going to be moving much, so we're being able really to run around much. So we're going to bring extra health. We're going to get attacked. It's eradicate. You're probably going to die. Like, you're really going to die. It's part of the game. I bought incendiary grenades to kind of help me out, and I got the Senator to help me out if any heavies pop up. I don't think you get the Senator. Actually, no, I shouldn't bring the Senator, because I don't think you get the Senator. Yeah, we're going to bring the Verdict. Senator, as you can see, heavy armor pen, very reliable gun, very reliable sidearm. But we're not going to bring it this time. Shotguns work good for eradicates also. The breaker is just an all-around good shotgun. Pretty much good at any any faction. Bring it. It's worth it. All All right, and here we go.
Fear the shadow of night.
Let's go ahead and
Nor tyranny.
get a sentry down. Let's find. There they go. They're over here. Fun thing to do, stand up here on this platform and watch the mayhem.
Deploying support weapon.
Get some! Get some!
Sending down equipment package.
Oh, okay.
That's called democracy!
Incendiaries are good area control and help you determine or dictate the flow of your enemy. Because if they want to, run straight up on you, they got to run through the fire. Always be on the lookout, because they will come from any and everywhere. Still alive. Now that was just what, two breaches that popped up at that point. Yeah, higher levels you're gonna get you're gonna be surrounded. They're gonna be everywhere. Breach there, breach there, breach there, breach there. It's mayhem.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
But as long as you got grenades and you can keep your sentries coming, it should be fun. And if you got team, teammates help each other.
Fire in the hole!
Stay behind your sentries.
Taste of democracy!
Stay away from your sentries. Stay away from your fire. Next one is over there. If you're going to use stratagems, barrages, eagles, anything of that nature, make sure you keep that far away from you and your team. When the destroyer gets to shooting, it does not care what is in its way. It's just designed to kill. Go ahead and reload, rearm. Got a few more seconds before another supply pack is ready. However, on Eradicates, there are weapons scattered around. I'm sorry, ammunition scattered around. I don't think they give you weapons.
Keep liberty.
Say hello to democracy!
All right, whenever somewhat heavy pops up, feel free to crank out the big guns. But unless you got supplies inbound or already down, just watch your bullet economy.
Throwing grenade! Have a taste of democracy!
Ow! Oops. I did not mean to jump over that.
Sending down sentry.
Say hello to democracy!
And as you can see, top right hand corner, that's where your percentage is for how far you have to go. As you can see, the MG got to stop and reload.
Have a taste of democracy! Fire in the hole!
Firing orbital strike. Mission at 10 minutes remaining.
Oh, that was useless. Go ahead and reload, rearm. Alright, we're at 51% of the way there, and 10 minutes to go.
Throwing grenade!
Like I said, gas grenades and incendiary grenades are great weapons of keeping bugs and whatever enemies at bay. Whenever using high recoil weapons, feel free to crouch or prone. It will definitely help the recoil. Keep your sentries coming. Got one grenade. I'm gonna hang on. Now also be mindful of your cooldowns on your stratagems. Not all stratagems pop back up immediately. As you see, just heard now, Eagle has to go and rearm, so we are without our Eagles for 1 minute 30 seconds. I think full cooldown time is like 1 minute 50 seconds, I think. So be mindful of that. Easy to get outnumbered, which is also why it's good to have multiple stratagems of a different type. If you bring nothing but eagles, your when one eagle has to reload, I'm sorry, if you bring multiple eagle stratagems, when one eagle has to reload or has to go back and resupply, yeah, you're completely out of eagles. You can send it back early to get reloaded, but still, that means you're out of eagle.
How'd you like to taste of freedom?
Give him some grenades. Nice. 77%. Go ahead. In between bug breaches, reload. Move positions. If you were in a bad spot and you need to find a new spot, that's the time to do it.
Get some! Get some! Fire in the hole!
If you so happen to set yourself on fire with your own incendiary grenade, or just get set on fire, period, jump, dive, just, you know, hit the ground in some form or fashion. Best way to get yourself off or fire extinguished.
Throwing grenade!
Nice.
Fire in the hole!
All right. All right. 92%. Next breach will probably be the last. Where is it? There it is.
Throwing grenade!
Same rules apply with pretty much any shooter.
Fire in the hole!
If you have a sidearm and you run out of bullets in your primary, switch to your sidearm.
Freedom triumphs over tyranny once more.
And there we go.
Extraction shuttle awaits
Now, again, at lower levels, or just not even really at lower levels, when you need samples at the end of extractions, if you still have time left, go ahead and run around the map if you didn't already pick them up while you were, running around for your life. Pick up your samples. If you bring up your mini map, you'll also get the little, at the top right, you'll get the count for how many samples are on each map. That's any map, not just on Eradicates. That'll tell you exactly how many samples are on this map, and you just have to run around and find them all. Try not to go too far off the map, because of course you'll get tagged as a traitor, and when you get tagged as a traitor, basically your destroyer kills you in spectacular fashion. I'll let you guys discover that on your own. Oh, they had a breaker shotgun here. There's another one. That's 6, so there are 4 more out here, scattered around. Yeah, that's a fun tip. Stem to get your stamina back so that you can run faster. I feel like I just came over here. Yep, I did. Alright, well, either way, there are 4 more on this map. Run around and find them if you like. I don't need them because I am full and we're not playing with anybody else, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Liberty smiles upon your trial.
There we go. Now the end screen, of course, will show you all of the objectives, side objectives that you completed, your XP, how many requisitions you were able to keep, and then also operation status. Once the operation status, or once I should say the mission is complete and the operation is complete, you will see this, the war impact. Each time you complete an operation, it goes toward the percentage of liberation. So if you remember from earlier in the episode, or episode 1 of our tutorial, that is the only way you contribute to the war. Well, on the planet that's being attacked. In-game stats, and there you go.
No Helldivers KIA on that mission. This is cause for celebration.
Oh, awesome. We did not die. Awesome. Mostly because we just stood in one spot and shot everything. But that's Eradicates. Sometimes it works like that, sometimes it doesn't. But that's how it works out. So, thank you guys for joining me. This was, or should I say, if you're watching this later on YouTube, this was episode 2 of our Helldivers 2 tutorial. Once again, welcome all of the Xbox players, and welcome to all of the WorkDads in the WorkDad world, or in the Helldiver world. We are here to liberate every Monday and Friday, and sometimes on the weekends. Watch out for emergency streams, so hit that like and subscribe button so that you know when I am on. But look for me Monday nights, usually around midnight for the midnight run, and Friday nights for the midnight run. Sometimes I hop on early, sometimes I don't. Either way, we're actually going to end it here for both stream and this episode, so thank you guys for joining. This is WorkDad. The baby's asleep, the dog's asleep, and the wife is asleep, and now it is time for me to get some sleep. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great Tuesday. See you in the next one.